Hello, welcome back. In this video, we will look at enhanced entity relationship modeling. This is section 3.4. In the previous video, we introduced ER modeling. The ER modeling presented in the preceding section is sufficient to model simple data relationship. However, sometimes there are some special situations. You have an entity set, there's a inheritance relationship, or there's some overlap. So we need to look at this using enhanced entity relationship modeling. So first, let's look at representing inheritance relationship. Inheritance models is a relationship between two entity classes. And entity class A is a special case of an entity class B established and is a relationship. A is called a subclass of B. A is called a subclass and B is called a superclass. There are two ways to discover inheritance relationship. It's a specialization and generalization. So the superclass is generalization and the subclass is specialization. Specialization is the process of defining a set of subclasses for superclasses. Generalization is the process of recognizing two or more classes have common features so that you can generalize these classes to create a superclass. For example, a faculty may be a part-time or full-time. So you can define two subclasses, part-time faculty and full-time faculty, and you can use a ER diagram. So here is a part-time faculty is a faculty and full-time faculty is a faculty. Now, there's a problem with this diagram. It does not describe the relationship between part-time faculty and full-time faculty. They're kind of isolated. They're both subclasses of faculty. A faculty can belong to only one subclass, either full-time or part-time, cannot be both. A more appropriate notation is shown here in this figure 3.17. So here's a faculty. And now we have these two subclasses, part-time faculty and full-time faculty, using this notation. So kind of like a cup and point toward the subclasses. And here it's D means disjoint. So you can not be both part-time or full-time. You have to be either part-time or full-time. So for this faculty, and you have the attributes, the primary key, social security number, and this name is composite, and this is the phone. And here for this, here we have this D here. This is the means disjoint. So this is, here is a faculty type. So we can put faculty type here is to determine and whether it's a part-time or full-time. So part-time faculty has this pay rate, and full-time faculty has salary and sick leave hours. the faculty superclass may use an attribute, and here's the attribute, faculty type, to determine whether a faculty is a part-time faculty or full-time faculty. Such an attribute is referred as a defining attribute. So this is defining attribute. And here the double line connecting between faculty, and this is circle, inside the circle, this is D, imply it's a total participation by faculty. So faculty is either part-time or full-time. It is possible for a partial participation to exist in the inheritance relationship, which allows an entity not to belong to any subclasses. For example, here we have instructor, some instructors may be, so here's the instructor. Instructor may be either full-time faculty, maybe neither full-time faculty and nor part-time faculty. So this is, and so it's not a full participation. All right, so let's look at another situation representing overlapping of relationship. So here we have this course, and this is the course, and we have the subtype on the course, and this is the distance learning course. Now, a distance learning course can also be on the course, and on the course can be this distance learning course. So that's here we use this notation. O means this subclasses may overlap. They have some common features. All right, so let's look at more representing multiple specialization. And this is a faculty. So you may have this as faculty, here is subclasses, part-time faculty, full-time faculty, and they are here is disjoint here. And this one here is it's faculty and maybe assistant professor, associate professor, and full-time full professor. So this is disjoint right here. And this is faculty, and department chair is also faculty. Just a caution here. A common mistake is to over-specialize classes. When defining subclasses, check if a subclass has distinctive attributes that are not shared by other classes. Okay. In this figure here, we have this assistant professor, associate professor, and full professor. And they don't have their own distinctive attributes. You could simply add a rank attribute in the faculty class to describe a faculty's rank. So you don't have to do all this specialization here. Now let's see how we're going to representing multiple inheritance here. Is multiple inheritance means you have two superclasses. So this is fine. And here is a department chair is a faculty and is also an administrator. Now let's see how we're going to translate inheritance relationships into relation schemas. There are three options we can use. The first option here is like this. So here, for that faculty here, you can have these three classes, and here faculty, and that's a superclass. And you put this defining attributes in this superclass. And those are the two subclasses, and you're going to have the superclass as a primary key in the subclass. So part-time faculty and full-time faculty. So that's option 1. And option 2 is you just put everything into one class. So here's faculty, so you have everything here, but you're going to have the faculty type. And so you have the pay rate, and that's actually for the faculty type is part-time, and the full-time salary and sick leave hours. Well, there's a pros and cons. So the drawback, obviously, for this one is the drawback of this option is you're going to have a lot of null values depending on the faculty type. The faculty type is the part-time, so you're going to have null values on salary and sick leaves. If faculty type is full-time, and the pay rate will be null. This option is not suitable for multiple inheritance, and where a subclass has multiple superclasses, so it's not going to work. Option 3, you can have this, and so you put everything into this two subclasses. You don't have this relation for the superclass. So part-time faculty. So here you have this the social security number, and you put the names here, and the name, first name, last name, and middle name, initial, phone, and from the faculty entity. And here's the pay rate for part-time. For full-time faculty, and so you have social security number and last name, middle name, initial, and first name, and the phone, and this salary and sick leave hours. So this option is not suitable for overlapping specializations because it would cause redundancy. For example, if this option is used to translate the one we have for the on the class and distance class, and so you the course may be stored in both on the class and distance linear class, so that's not right. All right, so this is all for the enhanced ER modeling. On next video, we will look at section 3.5 on normalization. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. See you on the next video. Bye.